Police are on the hunt for priceless treasures believed to have been stolen from the British Museum. It's unknown when the mysterious heist took place and which artefacts were stolen, but experts think among the missing pieces are items of gold as well as precious stones, glass and metals dating back as early as the 15th century BC. There are also fears that these historic pieces may already be in the hands of private collectors or perhaps even have been melted down. Whilst there are claims that detectives have some idea as to what happened to the stolen items, no arrests have been made. Meanwhile, The Times has revealed a senior curator at the British Museum has been sacked in the wake of the robbery. 56-year-old Peter Higgs, who had worked at the museum for 30 years, was fired abruptly this year. His son has spoken out today and maintained his innocence, saying the dismissal came as a huge shock and that his father was devastated. There's so many different elements to this story, which is, first of all, why do we not have more details about what's been stolen? Secondly, why aren't the police slightly hotter onto it? And thirdly, why didn't they know when the stuff went missing? I mean, it's just extraordinary.
They don't know where it went missing. They don't seem to know what it is, and they don't know where it's gone. So
which makes it that much more impressive.
It's a really good investigation they're operating under. Where are they going to start looking, like under the mat at the British Museum? I mean, if he's gone ages ago, and presumably they're suggesting that this stuff was nicked a long time ago and has now been passed on to various fences around the world. I don't know.
Not like the British Museum to get a taste of their own medicine, is it?
Well it's funny that, because somebody said that to me today, that everything in there is nicked anyway.
Exactly.
So, it's just...
Do you know what I find? It was only when this story came around. Well, yeah, I mean, it's like someone's stolen our marbles.
Yeah.
It's like, really? Oh, well, I wonder where your moral argument is there.
Yeah, where'd you get from?
But my take on this was, when I first saw this, I can't believe this doesn't happen more. Because if either from members of the public, I mean, if you're walking past, I went to some writers thing, ages ago, happened to end up in this museum, and there was, Rudyard Kipling's quill and all sorts of things, or so they told us.
Yeah.
And I thought, sure, it's only there on a table. How has nobody nabbed that?
This is all stuff that wasn't on show as well, though, so it could have been...
There's a lot,
anyway.
yeah, exactly. Because
they do have a lot of stuff.
But if you worked in a museum, it's like, wouldn't you be, like, in a kind of, it's a perk of the job kind of way?
Yeah.
Like if you worked at the Royal Mint, you'd have 20 quid a week, wouldn't you?
Well, you won't.
You'd have to. You'd have
I mean,
to.
they'd legally have to give it to you.
Look at it as expensive.
I steal the stationery from here all the time.
There you go.
So it's only the equivalent, isn't it?
Well, your 18th highlight.
People do nick paper clips, don't they?
But I am genuinely surprised that there isn't, not something that would happen every day. This story seems really curious because the defence of the dad from the son seems like, fairly genuine, and no one's been arrested, and they're not quite sure what they are, and apparently something showed up on eBay.
It doesn't show once again that the police are incompetent, does it? By any chance?
Well, I mean, unfortunately, the ancient Greek section of the Metropolitan Police hasn't been working too well lately. They're under
the music.
Somebody not with all the rest of the elements of the police.
Listen, there's some more stuff's gone missing.
Can you imagine? Have we got a museum department?
Yeah.
I think we have. Yeah. Where are
Knacker of the yard. He'll get you sorted. He knows a Roman coin from a Greek
dressed in blue.
Who are they going to sell this stuff to? Because it's worth all this money.
Well, you
but
melt it down.
who is going to buy it?
Yeah.
No, but that's only for the jewellery. But there's other things, other artefacts.
You can't
that have
sell
gone
stuff
missing.
from. I mean, you couldn't nip up to a bloke in a pub, go, "I've got this Tyrannosaurus Rex."
No, I think that's what makes it so impressive.
Well, that's the Natural History Museum. He's obviously picked the right museum because it's not small stuff. This you get those in your pocket.
Yeah.
Listen,
Roman coins,
rings and jewellery. You see, and precious stones which might be in something that you can then deconstruct. There's all that, but I do find it absolutely astonishing that they don't know what was nicked.
The police was nicked.
They don't really know whether or not the police have got any leads at all, and they think they might be onto something or not.
Also, they've got so much time in their hands, the cops, haven't they? They're going to go, oh yeah, we're going to dedicate 10 different sort of police officers for this one, sort of crime squad. Yeah. They're not going to care,
I don't know whether the film, when they do the film, is it going to be about the heist or is it going to be about the incompetence surrounding it?
Well, yeah, but the thing is, this is what makes it so impressive, is the fact that they did it with no trace. Like, they don't know when they did it.
10 years it's been going on.
I mean, I don't know why. I'm really entertained by this, because I would love to know how they did it. I'd love to be on the team. I'd be like the hot spy.
It's not really a heist, is it? If it's been going on for years.
Let's assume this is the closest to James Bond we're getting. Let's just assume that it is.
This is somebody, sticking a diamond in their lunchbox, isn't it?
Well, hopefully they'd sell it.
That's not some double entendre.
What was he doing?
Oh, God. Ian. Right. From museum.